Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for a message for your week ahead. So we've got three piles for you here, three decks for you here to choose from. So this is going to be group 1, the Green Witch Tarot. This is group 2, the Naked Heart Tarot. And this is group number 3, the Morgan Greer Tarot. So I'm just going to give you a minute to kind of tune in and decide if you have a particular question or topic, whatever's going on in your life right now that you want some clarity and some guidance on. You can focus on that while you choose. I'll just give you a little minute to choose while I'm having a little sip of my drink. Okay, and then let's get started. So move you out of the way and we will get going with group 1. So hi group 1, hello, this is going to be your message for your week ahead. So I've already shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them a little bit more now. We're just going to ask for what message does group 1 need to know for their week ahead. So this is your first card out. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see if I can get that into focus a bit better. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know why my camera's not focusing very well at the minute. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Oak King, which is also called the Hanged Man in some of the decks, which might sound a bit scary, but it's not scary, so don't worry. We'll talk about that in a minute. And one more card. Oh, I can't see that. Hold on. There we go. One more card, please, for group number 1 for their message for the week ahead. Okay, this is wanting to jump out, so. And you have the Queen of Wands. So a lot of like quite powerful feminine energy coming through there, which is cool. On the bottom of the deck you've got the Knight of Chalices or the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's tune into this for a minute. I feel like, well, this is a new candle and it's not really going for it. I'm just going to move it back a little bit so I don't knock it over. Okay. So I feel like this could be something to do with like your career, or, you know, something that you're trying to build in your life right now, because the Pentacles, here you have the Queen of Pentacles, and Pentacles are all to do with, you know, the physical, the material realm. Oh, it focused for a second there really well and then it stopped. Maybe I should stop moving the cards around. Let's just hold it still. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Pentacles are all to do with, like, you know, the material, the physical, abundance, you know, stuff that we're trying to create, you know, in our kind of everyday lives. And the Queen is, you know, like I said, it is a feminine energy, but, you know, it can apply whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. It's more about, you know, the feminine is more like the passive energy, and by that I just mean, you know, it doesn't mean passive, like stuff's just happening to you. It just means that you are in like a receptive energy, so you're able to receive. And you can kind of draw things to you and allow things to come to you. Like, you know, she's pretty comfortable sitting on her throne there under this beautiful tree. She's not, you know, getting up and, you know, rushing about like a knight. She's allowing the things that she's been working on, her manifestations, and, you know, things that she knows that are kind of on their way to her to come to her. So this is quite a nice card to start off with, and like I said, it is to do with abundance, and, you know, that can be money, it can be anything really, like having a lot of energy, having a lot of, you know, just feeling like you have an abundance of, you know, whatever it is, and it can be to do with money, but, you know, often with the Queen, it's kind of, it's not just one thing, it's more like, you know, you feel like you have that a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of care from the people around you, as well as you giving it, because, you know, the Queen is, she does, you know, as much as she sits there and she's ready to receive, she does give those beautiful kind of energies out to everyone around her as well. She's very nurturing. So I see this is the kind of energy that you're in this week, which is really nice. And, you know, I'm just noticing this, I don't know what, it could be a dove, but I don't want to say that because I'm not an expert on birds. So, but, you know, birds are usually associated with, you know, like the divine, the universe, the kind of higher aspects of ourselves. So, you know, this is also talking about kind of tuning in, and, you know, she's got this smile on her face and she's looking up at that bird like with a kind of knowing smile. So it's kind of tuning into that, you know, inner knowing within yourself, and like trusting that wisdom. So great card to start off with group number 1. And then here in the middle here of your 2 queens, you have the Oak King. So again, sorry, I'm just trying to get it into view for you. So with this one, you can see he's kind of like hanging from a tree here. Got lots of beautiful trees in your cards. You know, and he is traditionally called the Hanged Man. This is all about kind of viewing things from a whole new perspective. You know, taking your time, not rushing into anything, and just allowing. So maybe allowing that, like I was saying, higher guidance and your like intuition to kind of come through and help you kind of take on this new perspective that's going to help you to, you know, just see things in a whole new way. You know, he's literally upside down, so he's viewing things in a very different way. You've got another bird up here again. I think that's a robin. So, you know, again, this, you know, kind of tuning into your higher self, your higher guidance is going to be really important for you this week. But also, you know, again, there's literally no movement in any of these cards. You've got the 2 queens and you've got the Hanged Man. So it's about taking a pause, you know, really just taking your time to think things over, maybe to adjust to this new perspective. It might feel quite not shocking, but it's just so different. So you might need a bit of time to kind of adjust to that, and that's the message I'm kind of getting, like take your time to adjust and allow things to kind of like settle. Just thinking if there's anything else I want to say about this card. It's also interesting that you've got the Oak King, sorry, is number 12, which numerology breaks down to a 3. So often 3s are kind of associated with, you know, you have, it's like the 1 and the 2 coming together to create something new. So I feel like this could be, again, like stepping into a kind of new phase in whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're thinking about, or whatever it is you have going on. It's really, you're stepping into this new phase that's going to be, you're going to need to look at things a bit differently, but it's going to be a positive thing, because this brings a lot of new knowledge and a lot of wisdom that maybe you just weren't able to understand before. But now that your perception is changing, you know, you now have access to this like wisdom that's going to help you, and it's going to help you move into this. So you're going from the Queen of Pentacles, which I hope is a very nurturing, abundant energy, but you're moving into the Queen of Wands, which is, you know, another queen, obviously, so still in that kind of feminine energy, still, like I said, you're not taking loads of action, you're not, you know, kind of rushing around, but you are stepping into like your creativity, your passion. And you know, creativity doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to be painting or making music, or you could be, but you know, it can be anything where you're really expressing yourself. And you know, the ones that are all about our passion and, you know, the things that kind of light us up and make us feel really alive. So, you know, and I love how she's like holding, like, if we just look at how she's holding this wand here, like she just seems so self-assured. You know, the Queen of Wands is confident, she's like really charming and charismatic, and you know, kind of channeling all the positive sides of like the wands, you know. And look how bright, you know, she's like dressed in this bright yellow, so it's like you're going to be bringing a lot of sunshine, a lot of joy. Just by kind of doing this, just by, and again, you've got another bird again, where is it, up here, another bird again, so like all three of your cards you've got a bird, and I promise you they're not in every card does have an animal, but they're not all birds. So I feel like that is a really key aspect for you in your message this week, is to really trust that kind of higher knowing, like you do have access to, but you maybe just need to kind of change up your perspective a bit and start viewing things a bit differently, because it's going to move you into this really amazing Queen of Wands energy, where you can, again, because she's a queen, you can attract things to you that you've maybe been wanting to attract. And with it being the Queen of Wands, it could be, it will be stuff that you're feeling really passionate about, you know, things that really excite you and make you feel kind of alive. So it looks like quite a promising week. If not, there probably won't be too much action going on for you this week, but it's more about kind of changing, you know, changing this perspective and changing how you view things, so that you can really, you know, I don't feel like you're going to lose this Queen of Pentacles energy. It's more like you're going to be able to add, you know, all those fiery, passionate qualities as well to that. And, you know, this is going to bring in, because you've got on the bottom of your deck here, I'll just show you quickly again, you've got the Knight of Chalices. So to me, the way he's like holding out that cup there, kind of offering it out, this is going to bring in some new opportunities for you. Could be new opportunities in love or friendships, but just new opportunities. But yeah, it's to do with this changing your perspective on things and you know, trusting your own kind of higher self and your that like inner knowing that's coming through with all your three birds. So we're just going to pull quickly a card, an oracle card for you from this Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I'll just grab this from the side here. Okay. Just shuffling this quickly. Can we get some final advice or guidance from group 1 for their week ahead? Final message or guidance for, oh nice, so here you have milk and honey, which is that an elephant? Is that a baby elephant? Yeah, it is. That's so cute. Okay, so this is a really positive card here. This is kind of about just enjoying, you know, like the baby elephant here on the card. It's like enjoying all the good stuff, you know. And so I do feel like this is, you know, this is like not the time to be kind of rushing about and making lots of decisions and taking lots of actions. Just, you know, the message for you, I think, is really enjoy the good things, because the card's numbered 51 here, so that breaks down to a 6. So you know, that's to do with like harmony and balance, especially in relationships. So it's kind of saying try and enjoy the good stuff, and you know, you've got the rainbow here as well, which shows something kind of a bit magical and a bit you know, you kind of might not know what's going to happen next, or you know, not be sure what to expect. But yeah, I feel like this is your message to just take your time, you know, not rush into anything, really enjoy all the good stuff that's happening at the moment, whatever that is for you, and just allow this change in perspective to kind of happen in its own time. So yeah, I hope that resonates for you this week, Group 1. Thank you for letting me read for you today, and if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe or leave me a comment. If you do subscribe and leave me a comment, I will enter you into my competition, my monthly competition, to win a free personal reading. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. So thanks, Group 1. And we'll move on to Group 2. Alright. So hi, Group 2. Hello. This is your reading if you chose the second deck. I'm just gonna, as I was saying to pile 1, I always shuffle the cards, but I like to do a little bit more on the camera as well. So, well, okay, straight away we've got the Ten of Swords. It's your card number 1 here. Looks a bit scary, but don't worry about that. What is the message for Group 2 for their week ahead, please? Ooh. Next we have the Six of Wands. There we go. And one more card, please, for Group number 1. Sorry, Group number 2. What message do you need to hear for this week ahead? Okay, and we have the Movement of Pentacles, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. So there we go. And you do have, I'll just show you quickly, you do have as well the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck there. Okay, so just tune into this for a minute, let me think. The Ten of Swords, you can probably guess from this image, which doesn't look so great. This poor guy's got like 10 swords in his back there. You know, this can be quite a difficult energy, so you might have been through quite a hard time lately, or just dealing with something that's, you know, been quite a struggle. Swords are all to do with like our mental energy and thoughts and, you know, truth. So it could be something that's kind of been keeping you, like the Nine of Swords is all about being keeping you up at night from like having lots of anxieties and fears and just like horrible thoughts. So, you know, you could have been struggling with that, but you're here at the 10, so which is actually a good thing, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it. But it is a good thing because it's the end of the cycle. So whatever's happened, and however like difficult or bad it might be, you know, this is really coming to an end, and the Ten of Swords is kind of letting you know that this is going to be over. If it's not already over, it's going to be over very soon. Because once you reach the 10, then you start, you know, back at the beginning of a whole new cycle. So you're going to have an opportunity here to start a brand new cycle. We just need to kind of complete this and finish moving through this Ten of Swords energy. And like I said, because it's swords, it's air, and it's to do with like our thoughts and how we think about things. You know, if you have been having lots of anxieties and fears and worries, like now is the time with the Ten of Swords to really to try and release that and let that go. And I always kind of like to remind people with the Ten of Swords as well, you know, no matter how difficult this energy is, no matter how hard the situation is, you can always kind of reach out and ask for help, because I feel like, you know, we often feel like we have to deal with this stuff alone, but that's not the case. And then here you have, I'm just excited to move on to your second card, because you have moving into the Six of Wands. So whatever this situation is that's been really hard, that's ended or is coming to an end, it's bringing in this amazing energy, which is the Six of Wands is all about victory and, you know, like being recognised for your achievements, really, and, you know, just really, it's not the end of a cycle, so it's not like you've achieved everything, but this is a big achievement here. This is something where you're going to be celebrated, you're going to be, you know, you're going to have praise. You know, I love these little like stars all around the horse's head here, and it's to do with, because it's wands, it's to do with like the passion and the, you know, effort, the creativity that you've been putting in, that leads to this like kind of feeling of victory, feeling really, yeah, just appreciated. And, you know, so this is obviously a much nicer energy to be moving into, so I'm happy to see that for you, group 2. And yeah, I just think with the horse, like I said, you know, we're talking about the wands, so this is because of the passion and creativity and everything that you've been putting into this situation. But you know, also with the horse, I do, just because we associate horses, you know, they're working animals, so I feel like you probably have been working quite hard, you've put a lot of effort in, and that's why, you know, you're going to be moving into a much better, much more victorious kind of energy here with the Six of Wands. And I feel like that's backed up with this third card here, which is the Knight of Pentacles, movement of Pentacles. So again, like I said, this isn't the end of a cycle, so this is like saying you're still going to have more work ahead, because Pentacles, you know, they can be to do with work, and so it could literally be to do with work. This could be talking about your career or something that you're working on, a project, but it could be anything, you know, it could be a relationship or your spiritual growth. It can be whatever you were kind of thinking about when you, you know, when you picked your pile here, group 2. So this is letting us know that, you know, there is going to be more after this kind of moment of victory. There is going to be more work ahead, and because this is like an earth energy, it's, you know, to get wherever it is that you want to go, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, because this is a slow moving energy, but on the other hand, it's something, you know, it can lead to something that's really long lasting and really, you know, can provide a lot of, we've got the pentacle here, with like these kind of, I don't know, bushes in the background, so it can provide a lot of abundance and a lot of opportunities for growth here, but you have to kind of this is telling you to keep putting the dedication in, keep putting the effort in. You know, don't have this like moment of victory and then just kind of stop and think, okay, I've done the hard work now, because this is telling us that if you're willing to stay dedicated and put in more work, it's going to bring along even more opportunities for you. And I do feel like there's opportunities for growth, because we do have the, you know, pentacles here. And, you know, along with your card at the bottom of the deck here, which is the Knight of Swords, this can be to do with communication, but you might be able to tell this is about a lot more, you know, you see these like kind of quick like rapid movement lines on the card here. So to me that says that there is a lot of potential for whatever this situation is to kind of speed up, like pick up a lot of pace. But it's not going to happen unless you carry on putting this like dedicated effort in. So, you know, whatever it is that you've been working on, kind of don't give up. The kind of challenging cycle is coming to an end, and you're going to be able to move into this much more victorious kind of phase where you're feeling really successful and you're feeling appreciated and you're being recognised for all your hard work and your like efforts. But yeah, you need to still kind of stay dedicated and keep putting the effort in. So we're just going to grab you quickly a card from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck here, just to see if we can get any final advice or final message for you for your week ahead, Group 2. Excuse me. Final message, Group 2, please. Ooh. I can't shuffle. These cards are so hard for me to shuffle. I always say this with my tiny hands. Oh, this is nice. So here you've got blessed. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. So obviously this is quite a beautiful. So yeah, I do feel like whatever this is something that you feel quite passionate about with the Six of Wands. You've put a lot of work in. You will need to put more work in to kind of get where you're going, but you know, this is like a kind of almost like wishes coming true kind of energy with this like fairy here. You're being kind of supported, you know, by your higher self, by the universe, by God, however you like to think of it, and you know, there's a lot of support here for you. And once you move out of this Ten of Swords energy and you kind of release the fears or the things that, you know, worries, whatever's been sort of holding you back, you're going to be able to move into this much more kind of beautiful energy and actually feel appreciated and feel that you are blessed, you know, that you do have these kind of blessings. And the number on this card as well is 22 up here in the corner. So which, I mean, 22 is a master number in numerology, which is, so it's like a kind of special number, and you know, it's all about kind of, it's quite a spiritual number, and it's all about like balance, and you know, it's like healing, and you know, but there's also, then you also can kind of break it down to the 4, which is, again, it's like this building energy. So it's almost like, you know, kind of getting the message that it's like everything that you've put in, all the effort that you might feel with this Ten of Swords, like it's been wasted effort, but it's not going to be. So, you know, it might be that things haven't worked out in a job or a relationship, and even though that might be ending, it's like this chapter is closing, but you're going to be moving into this like way better, something way better out there for you, and it's going to bring new opportunities, and you're going to be feeling blessed. So yeah, that's started off a little rocky, but I think we got a pretty nice message there in the end. So I hope that resonated for you, Group 2. I hope you liked it. Please do like and subscribe if you did. If you do decide to subscribe and leave me a comment, I will enter you into my monthly competition to win a free reading. So and let me know what you think, because I like to read your comments, and they're really helpful to help me understand what you enjoy and what's resonating for you. So thanks for letting me read for you today, Group 2, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Okay. And we're going to move on to Group 3. So hi, Group 3. If you chose the Morgan Greer Tarot, this is your reading. So, oh, already shuffled the cards, but I'm just going to give them a little bit more of a shuffle here. Okay, so what is the message for group 3 for their week ahead, please? Okay, starting out with the 3 of Cups. I love these cards. They're like kind of, this is my first ever tarot deck actually, and they have this kind of retro like vibe that I really enjoy. Message for group 3, please. What do they need to know for the week ahead? Ooh. The Magician. Nice. Look at his retro mustache. I love it. Okay, one more card for group number 3, please. What message do they most need to hear for the week ahead? Ooh. And the Knight of Cups. You see those? That's just like, I don't know why I find this so hard. Okay. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck there. Okay. So just give me a minute to tune into this. I mean, this might be the most positive reading actually that I've done today. So, starting off here with the 3 of Cups. As you can see here, this is like kind of coming together with others. It's all about celebration. You know, you've got the cups and the fruit here. So, this is really just a kind of joyful kind of vibe of like good times, and you know, sometimes it can be talking about like a reconciliation. So if there's someone you're not talking to, or that your relationship's been kind of strained, partnership or friendship where, you know, things have been kind of difficult, this can be talking about moving into, you know, coming back together and moving into a much more sort of harmonious like energy. But really, you know, to me this I really associate with like friends and good times and just like enjoying yourself basically. So that sounds pretty good to start off the week, group 3. So I like that for you. And definitely if you're not feeling this kind of joyful energy, if you're not feeling, you know, if you feel like you haven't had much chance to celebrate, obviously you know, a lot of us haven't been able to go out and spend time with friends like we may have been able to in the past. So, but this is really just about enjoying those connections, and you know, cups are all about emotions. So, you know, it's about enjoying spending time with people that make you feel happy and, you know, kind of get you, and yeah, just kind of taking time to appreciate basically, and have a bit of fun as well with the 3 of Cups there. And then here for your second card we have the Magician. So this is a really powerful, you know, card from the Major Arcana. He talks about, you know, kind of being in control, being like the master of your own life. This is about like taking charge. And you know, he has on the table here, he has like a representation of all the different suits in the tarots: a cup, a sword, a pentacle and a wand. And that is really kind of indicating that you know, already have all the tools that you need, all the knowledge that you need to do this, to like take charge and to create the life that you want basically. So hopefully you're already feeling this, because this is like, I mean, these 3 cards together are really nice, you know, gorgeous energy of like just feeling good, feeling confident, feeling in control, enjoying your relationships, enjoying spending time with others, but yeah, kind of taking charge of your life and making decisions that are going to be like best for you, with this like infinity symbol at the top here. I kind of associate that with like using your higher self to help you kind of decide what's best for you, you know, and how you're gonna step forward. And this is number 1 in the major arcana as well, up here, number 1. Excuse me. So, you know, it's really, like I said, about taking charge, and kind of going after what you want, really, and not being afraid to like put yourself out there, because you know you've got all of the tools that you need, you've got all of the knowledge that you need, you know, and you can make magic. You're the magician. So I love that for you, group 3, for this week. And this is coming on to the Knight of Cups, which, you know, I feel like this is kind of an encouragement again to like not be afraid to sort of put yourself out there. This feels like a very encouraging message of like, you know, yes, you know, kind of lean on your friends if you need to, appreciate your friends, enjoy like good times with them, but also knowing that you know, you have this strength, the wisdom, the tools and the knowledge to like create what you want. And then don't be afraid to kind of like put yourself out there. And you know, this is the Knight of Cups, and he's like ready to offer his cup of love. So we don't have to be talking about love, but it's just, you know, could just the way that he's like holding it close to his chest, it's like probably talking about something that you care really deeply about. It could be a project that you're working on, or, you know, even a job that you want to go for, or just, you know, general, like in life, to kind of going after what you want, again with the Magician. And, you know, not being afraid to like sort of offer yourself and like give, you know, let people see the real you, let people know, share your emotions with this cup here. And yeah, just not being afraid to like put yourself out there, basically. This is such a, I can't even think of it. I'm just trying to think if there's any, not warnings, but you know, like anything you need to be aware of. But I can't really see anything, because this is such a kind of positive like pile. And you do have on the bottom of the deck here, so you've got the Magician here, and then on the bottom of the deck you have the Queen of Pentacles, and to me they're both quite strong kind of like manifestation energies, which is, you know, really about like setting your intentions, of like knowing what you want really clearly, and like not being afraid to create that. And then with the Queen of Pentacles kind of underlying everything here, it's like, you know, she's like sitting there, sitting pretty with her massive pentacle. You know, it's bringing in new opportunities for you. So that feels really, really good. But I still want to get you a little message from the, this is my Wisdom of the Oracle deck, so I'll just grab, I thought I'd turn the recording off then, but I think we're okay, yeah, we're okay. Quickly grab you a final message, final advice for the week for group 3, please. What else does group 3 need to know for the week ahead, please? I nearly dropped half of them on the floor. Okay, and your final advice here is to be fair. This is, she reminds me a bit of the, I hope you can see that, oh, the camera's not focusing very well, but she reminds me a bit of the Justice card in the tarot, because she has like these, she's like, oh, kind of holding these, they're not really, I don't know if it's a scale, but anyway, that's what it reminds me of, the Justice card. So this is kind of talking about, I feel like you're in a really powerful energy with the Magician in the center of your reading here, so you have a lot of power, you know, and this is kind of like a reminder to try and be fair in your dealings, to, you know, just be honest. Again, you've got the Knight of Cups here, so, you know, don't be afraid to kind of let people see the real you, and to kind of be authentic when you're sharing your like feelings, and, you know, just trying to be kind of balanced, because the Magician is such a powerful energy. It can be a bit like, you know, it could be easy to get sort of carried away with that. So yeah, I see this as like encouragement to try and keep that balance. But, you know, I'm not saying anything negative here, but it's just, you're gonna like best use this energy to your advantage if you can stay in balance and just be really honest and fair in your like dealings and how you're showing up in this situation. I don't know if you can see it because it's a little bit blurry, but she has like an owl on top of her head here, which is telling me that, you know, you do have a lot of wisdom that you can kind of tap into to help you stay balanced and kind of stay on track, and yeah, kind of bring these manifestations, bring whatever it is that you're working on to you this week, group number 3. So that's really lovely, and I hope it resonated. I hope you have a great week, and, you know, leave me a comment, let me know how it goes. If this did resonate with you, please do subscribe, and if you do decide to subscribe and leave me a comment, I will enter you into my monthly competition to win a free reading. So thank you for letting me read for you today, and I hope I see you next time. Okay, bye. Group 3.